Hey guys, welcome back to Get Motivated and Fit TV. If you're new to the channel, the concept behind Get Motivated is to get more out of life. So today's video, what I want to talk about is exactly what the title says, how I shift my emotions within minutes. So this just happened this past Saturday. I've been on my regular route since, last month, right? So I haven't had any issues except for this past Saturday. And it kind of like caught me by surprise because in a matter of minutes, and I want to say like 2, 3 minutes, words were exchanged between me and the passenger. I got upset. It got to the point where my hands were shaking and I just try to figure out like why, like even now it's like, why did I get mad for? It happened. He didn't do anything. But let me paint the picture, right? So I get to the parking ride, and I noticed everyone got off the bus except for 5 people. So I asked, I'm still in my seat in the front. They're all sitting in the back. So it's like 40 feet away. So I have to, in a way, I do have to yell so they can hear me. And I'm like, where are y'all going? And this gentleman in particular, um, he said something that I couldn't hear him. So I asked again, where are y'all going? And then finally, right, he's like, are you leaving? And I'm like, okay, that's not what I asked. So I asked again, where are y'all going? And again, he's like, are you leaving? So at that point, I'm like, okay, this dude's being a smartass. So let me go ahead and this is exactly what I said. Fuck that. I'm not gonna deal with this shit. So I got off my seat so I can get my phone, so I can get off the bus and go get security. Let security handle it, and then I can go use the restroom, during my break time. So I didn't know that this guy was gonna get off the bus. So he got off through the back door. I'm at the front. I'm closing the doors, and he just started running his mouth. Again, right? Like, you're gonna talk shit, by all means. Talk all the shit that you want. If that makes you feel like the better person, by all means, right? But when I feel like you're disrespecting me, then that's a different story. It's like, hold up, dude. You're gonna treat me like an ass. Guess what? I'm gonna treat you like an ass, right? And that's something that I still need to work on, regardless if I'm at work or not. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm pretty sure y'all get the same way. So he's there running his mouth, and basically all I can remember was him saying "dumbass," and I just kept laughing because it's like, okay, like who's really the dumbass now? Because you're over here getting after me when all I asked was just a simple question: where are y'all going? Right now, at the same time, he's over here upset. He's talking crap to me. And yeah, in the heat of the moment, I'm getting upset too. So I'm saying, I'm speaking my mind in a professional way, so to speak. And I just kept laughing when he kept saying dumbass, because it was like, okay, dude, like, if and this is what I'm thinking at the time. It's like, okay, if you take a swing at me, that's assault on a public servant. If you get lucky and knock me out, that's probably aggravated assault on a public servant, right? So I just kept laughing because it's like, dude, like you're making something so small from a question that I was asking, where are you going, into something this whole big ordeal, right? But again, even till now, I go back and think like, why did it happen? And honestly, I feel like with my faith, I feel like that happened so I can just show y'all my experience with how and within those minutes how my emotions got the best of me. And like I said, when I went to the restroom, I went in the stall and my hands were shaking. And I knew right then and there, as upset as I was, as much as like, what, I wish this dude would have laid hands on me so I could have took him down. Because again, right, coming from the prison, that's what we wait for. Like when we're working inside as a correctional officer in that maximum prison, we're waiting to get our hands on those offenders in the event they put their hands on us, right? It's self-defense. But And I guess that's why I was upset, because it's like, okay, dude, like, you're running your mouth, you're gonna do something, do it, I'm ready. And all he did was just run his mouth. Like, that was it. Again, right? Like, why did I let it bother me so much? And so, and I already knew, like, I was already thinking, okay, you know what, I still need to drive another like 45 minutes, because I was almost done for the day anyway. So it's like, okay, I need to regain my composure from the time I leave the restroom to get back into the bus, because I still need to drive other people, right? So I need to be focused on the road and not be thinking about what just happened. And so yeah, I still had like maybe a good 6 7 minutes, and the whole time I still couldn't find security. I was like, dude, what was security? Anyways, um, so I got back into the seat, and by that time I'm like, okay, he left. Him and his girl, they left. And that's something else too. Like, I'm very observant, so I made it funny once I got back on the bus, and I went ahead on my personal Facebook page. I went ahead and made a post, right? Okay, and I'm like, why is it? And I don't want to offend anybody, but this is just, hey, it's my page, and it's like, hey, what's on your mind? I'm gonna speak my mind. So I went ahead and put um, why is it that these wannabe thugs want to act tough when they're with a female on the bus, right? And it's like, I just asked a simple question: where are you going? And you legit want to start arguing with me. And like in the post, I put, bro, you got to check that emotion, right? So of course people reacted, and that made me feel good. So I guess that's what I'm trying to get at, is that, whatever you're going through, if those emotions, you get so upset, you get so like, I just want to, put hands on somebody, like, try to turn it into a funny, try to turn it into something like, if you have to change the story a little bit, go ahead, right? But because I never told him like, hey, you got to check that emotion. I didn't, because I think if I would have, I think it would have triggered him. He would have put hands on me. I don't know, right? But like I said, looking back at it now, it's like, why did I let him? Like, why did I get upset for it? Like, why did it get to the point where I was just like, shaking? And I'm sure y'all been through that before, where like y'all get upset, somebody pisses you off, and you're like, man, you wanna throw down, right? But like I said, from the time I went to the restroom by the time I went back to the bus, like, I think it was maybe like a good 4 or 5 minutes, right? So, at that point, like, what, it happened. I'm like, what's the lesson behind it? I think the lesson behind it was to get on here and let y'all know, right, how I dealt with it. But also, it's like, okay, like, I shouldn't have got out of the seat, or the moment when he got off the bus, I should have just went back on the bus and just got in my seat. That way, if it looked like he was getting confrontational, it's like, hey, dude, I don't want no part of it. I'm in the seat, right? But at the same time, like, I need to get security, and then I need to go use the restroom, right? So, like, it's crazy how some of these individuals, like, they have, I don't know, like, I don't know what, like I always say, everybody's going through something. But it was just like, man, like, I just asked a simple question: where are y'all going? And I mean, because technically, yes, like, once I get to that parking right, yes, like, everybody needs to get off the bus. However, I do have some other stops that are across the highway, so I get that. So that's why I asked, like, if they're going down that way, cool, right? Like, by all means. But he was just being very disrespectful. And it's just like, you know what, dude? Like, I'm not gonna have that. If he's already acting out like that with me there at the parking ride, I can just imagine how he's gonna be if I let him stay on along the way. And who knows, maybe he'll get into a confrontation with some other passenger on the bus. I mean, I don't know, right? But at that point, it's like, you know what, I got security there, I might as well just go ahead and let security handle it, instead of me pulling over, holding up traffic along the route, and just waiting until transit PD shows up, right, to get him off the bus or whatever. But like I said, I hope, the whole reason, right? Like, I kind of feel like I'm just venting over here, but the whole reason why, I'm doing this is because, again, right, like, everything happened within a couple minutes, but at the same time, it's like, since I was still at work, like, I couldn't let what happened affect me mentally. And yeah, it did affect me emotionally, but it's like, I knew once I went back once I went back on that bus, once I got in that seat, it's like, hey, everything that happened like stays off the bus, right? Like I can't let that, get with me, mentally or emotionally. So but that's what I used, right? I made, like I said, I made that funny. I put that on my post. Maybe y'all have something different, maybe y'all come across something else to get those emotions out the way. Like I said, it only took me a few minutes. Maybe for y'all, it may take less. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, right? But like I said, and I've always said it, once you start learning how to train your mind and the emotions, once you learn how to, have the strong mindset, things will work out where you're not feeling upset or you're not feeling emotional, right? I mean, like I said, just looking back at it now, it's like, man, why did I let him, why did I let him, get the best of me when, when it came to that, in that moment. But again, right, in that moment, in that saying, in the heat of fire, so to speak, yeah, right, you're gonna wanna, like, talk back and try to be the better person, or bigger, try to, I guess, not try to be the better person, but try to stoop to their level and just like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind too. But yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Like I said, hopefully you got some some technique from this, some kind of pointers. But that's what I did, right? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are blessed, and I'll see y'all on the next one.